Making a good impression in the early stages of a relationship can make or break. You need to be showing enough of your greatness without revealing too much, so that he's curious to continue to date you, but then not showing all of it, where he feels that he's figured you out and just predicts how the relationship is gonna turn out. So today's video is all about getting him hooked so that you can have more dates and not make any mistakes that will leave you on red. Like and subscribe. You need to be the lady badass. Now, when we think of a badass, we assume it's a guy that he knows what he wants, he sets out to succeed in life, and is not willing to take no for an answer. So let's flip that role and apply it to you. That means you exaggerate your sexual energy, you're comfortable in your skin, and you can tell a guy exactly your needs and desires, and that you are not afraid to be vulnerable with your emotions. This is the lady badass, and guys go crazy for it. It's a sign that you are strong and independent and that you can hold your own, and this is exactly what a man needs to see to experience what it would be like to date you, therefore he becomes hooked. You need to be having meaningful dates only. The early stages are all about getting to know each other and then trying to impress each other. After about 4 dates in, it's very easy for you guys to just go into the whole let's watch a movie and kiss on the sofa type of date. But you need to be having dates outside the house, doing something fun and active together. Now, the more experiences you can have, instead of snogging on the sofa dates, the more he will be hooked. Number 3, make an effort with his friends. Isn't it strange, ladies, how guys have the same friends that they had when they were 6 years old, yet us ladies make and break a lot of friendships throughout our lives. So because of this, a guy's friends mean the world to him. Because, well, they've been there from day one. So you need to make an effort with them. It's not about trying to fit into the friend group. It's more about showing respect and getting on with them and making them value you as a person so that he can look at you all together and say, well, she slots straight into my life. I need her in my life all the time. Show your appreciation. Say thanks for the small things and the big things. We all love to feel appreciated, and it's easy to let that slip when we become comfortable. We kind of assume that that person already knows we are grateful, but you need to actively be giving your gratitude. This way he sees you as a kind, loving lady. It gives him that look into the rest of your lives together, and he goes, you know what, she's a pleasant lady to hang out with. I need to have her in my life forever. So if he cleans your car or even just puts fuel in it, it's a small gesture that you need to show appreciation for. Even if you just send a very short text after the 3rd date and say, hey, that cocktail that you recommended was amazing, let's go back next week and have more. Be seductive. You probably expected me to say something about this enchantress ways, because, well, we know that guys are easily persuaded with sexual advances, right? So you can use this to your advantage. To get a guy hooked, you need to be giving push but pull energy. That means building up sexual momentum throughout the day and sometimes being willing to just offer a quick session between the sheets. When it comes to sexual intimacy, remember that a guy has sex to feel wanted. Us ladies, we have sex to feel loved. So unleashing your sexual energy makes him feel wanted, which is going to keep him hooked all of the time. This doesn't mean that you always have to be putting it out. It just means being intimate and adhering to his love language. And it's just enough to keep him wanting more and more from you. Number 5, take the lead. It is natural for women to almost fall back into this submissive energy when we start dating. We end up letting the guy make the plans and the arrangements. So why not switch it up and surprise him? You make the first call to arrange the date. You get off the dating app and go into the real world with him. Even you can arrange the dates and send him flowers. You can pay for the whole meal instead of going 50-50. This will make him feel wanted and respected, and that you are not wasting his time. He will see this relationship as an equal split of giving and receiving, and this is going to make him want to stick around. But it also shows different elements of your life. For example, that you are a go-getter when it comes to your career, that you don't want to live off a man's income, that you are willing to have a nice car in order to do something to show that he doesn't have to consistently support you. You're able to tell him that you can hold your own, and that's okay. The element of surprise. Being spontaneous is key to a long-lasting fun relationship. The keyword here is fun because a guy is going to be hooked when he enjoys his time with you. So randomly plan some unexpected events together. Get up at 6 a.m. to watch the sunrise, send him directions to a secret date that you have planned. He will love it. Ask for his help. Guys hate feeling inferior to other men, so if you ask him a question or ask for his physical assistance on something, you will quite literally see his face light up. Remember, a guy is a physical worker. He takes pride in providing for others. This makes him feel appreciated and needed, and this is going to keep him hooked. So don't be embarrassed to ask him to do a DIY project in your house. Even if we know that you can do it yourself, we just kind of let him feel that we can't, that he can do it for us. Plus, it's going to save you time and hassle. Have banter. Banter is such a huge form of connection between two people. The inside jokes are the most special part of a relationship, so work on building that banter from day one. It's going to keep the relationship fun, spontaneous, and youthful, and obviously, it's going to keep him hooked. Love yourself. Don't expect a guy to be your savior, because in life, no one comes to save us from our troubles, from our past lives or traumas. The only person guaranteed to save you is you. Instead, let him see that you're not dependent on him. You don't need him, you want him. Having this energy at the start of a relationship makes him want to keep exploring life with you, because for one, he is dating a lady who can hold herself, one that isn't needy, and also makes him feel like he can relax in his shoes too. Don't be nice to keep him interested, also known as the pick-me girl. Don't lie about your interests or sit through the Star Wars trilogies for the hope that he becomes more addicted to you. Instead, do what you want to do. If you don't want to watch that new Marvel film at the cinema because these movies are his type of thing, then don't do it. Maybe you even find a cinema date pointless and boring, then tell him that. As long as you are willing to compromise on some things, the point is he's going to enjoy this challenge. The right guy will stay hooked to keep you happy, to find that common ground. Don't become someone else just for his attention. This will push him away. What you will find is being in your own energy and not overthinking his emotions gets him addicted. And let's be real, he's probably never experienced dating a lady who is willing to say, "Nah, I'm not willing to do that, let's do this instead." So therefore, he's curious to find out what life would be like with you. Speaking of curiosity, keep him curious. Let's talk about the cliffhanger effect. You know the one, you watch a weekly program and then right at the end it leaves you at the edge of your seat and it feels painful to have to wait another week to find out what happens. You can steal this effect. Make him wonder about you. When is he going to see you next? What did you mean you would tell him more about your job on the next date? The more someone thinks about you, the quicker they grow to like you. So, remain a little mysterious on the dates, don't offload everything. That way, you are always leaving room for future conversation topics, and it makes him get very curious about you.